What does the medium is the message mean today? If we look at the following, Marshall McLuhan believed that media functions as extensions of human senses and abilities. For an example, the phone expands our voice, the television expands our vision, and the internet expands our cognitive reach. Each new medium reshapes how we interact with the world and influences society's structure. If we look at the following, the train is the model. A railroad system is a medium, not just by means of transportation. The message of the railway is not just cargo or passengers it carries. Instead, the railway itself revolutions society by making international expansion, urbanization, and new economics possible. Before the railroads, societies were built around rivers and coastlines, but with the railroad, towns and industries could now establish inland, changing human settlement patterns and economics. Applying Marshall McLuhan's idea, the railroad medium shaped modern society more than the individual trip's content it facilitated. Simply, new media technologies such as television, internet, and smartphones reshape how we think and believe. It's not through what they transmit, but through their structure in society. This example reinforces McLuhan's argument that we should focus less on what medium carries and more on how medium itself transforms society. An AI generated image of Rock Skyly's media ecology created using ChatGPT shows us mind over media literacy, techniques of propaganda, and educational approaches. Reading Hobbs' historical content mentions the work that McLuhan submitted was a real surprise to his supporters. It encouraged educators to teach about media as an activity quite distant from teaching with media. He goes on. McLuhan argued that because the television environment educates children well before they begin school, children have become dissatisfied with traditional formal education, but does not go into debt. And so this information can be found in Mind Over Media Propaganda Education for a Digital Age. Something you can find on Amazon. And of course, the goal of the text is to provide teachers with strategies to introduce students to the analysis of propaganda, said Hogan in Educational Review. Therefore, this AI generated image was also created through ChatGPT, and it explores media theory in comparison to McLuhan. And of course, then we can see writing goals, concepts, media ecology, and then we can see um, other examples in that shows that readers and writers have been engaging with and analyzing Marshall McLuhan's theory of medium and the message. Now, of course, historical content of propaganda education, wartime propaganda, 20th century media influence, newspapers, radio, television, early literary efforts also can be found under Rob historical content. And of course, key concepts in digital age can be found that focus on fake news, misinformation, social media influence, echo chambers, algorithms, AI generated content, fact checking, digital literacy programs, responsible digital censorship, media literacy, education in schools are some of the topics found in this author's content. Therefore, McLennan in contemporary literature communication shows us key concepts: media as an environment, media as a technology. For an example, under media as an environment, author and content creator, and McLennan's influence, traditional writers, bloggers, influencers, AI generated authors, social media as an environment. And then on the opposite, media as technology, three examples show AI and digital systems, print media, literature, digital media, and the internet. Therefore, we can continue on with Havana's media theory of Yuri Scarlett. The comparison shows message McLennan media shapes throughout society, medium McLennan media evolution matters, determinism versus structure approach, message versus media's role, technology as a determining factor. Therefore, if we look at the following literacy theory, McLennan's ideas contribute to discussions on media studies, post-structuralism, and quote, will show us that understanding the media as an evolution is important because it provides a deeper perspective on how different media scholars compare the role of communication technologies in shaping our culture and society. Farrell's media topic also offers a comprehensive perspective on the evolution of media by the technological determinism with Alm's insights into literacy. For an example, these connections expands McLennan's idea that the medium is the message by exploring how shifts in media forms have profound effects on culture, cognition, and society, practically in the content of literary criticism and media oncology. Havana's comparison is important because it highlights contemporary and consistent perspectives on media theory, helping scholars and students develop a more comprehensive and diverse understanding of the media's role in societies. It also encourages rethinking media efforts beyond Western norms, making it critical for contemporary media studies. Now, if we look at a diagram outlining the relationship, we can see McLennan's theory includes the medium as the message and the role of the mentor. And then we can go on the media influence. McLennan's ideas resonate with the 1960s counterculture. Desai's analysis explores how McLennan's rhetorical style engaged intellectual youth. So then we return to Diana's analysis explores how McLennan's rhetorical style engaged with the influential youth, and then the public recreation that enhanced McLennan's ideas. The scholarly, where it shows the rephrasal, later generations revisit McLennan's through the Heady's perspective, the connection between media, mentor, and intellectual discourse. Now, why is that important? Because this diagram can provide us a little bit more detail. We can see McLennan's theory, media influence, the Hennis analysis, public reception, scholarly rephrasal. Now, of course, this is important because as we move ahead, McLennan's media impact diagram demonstrates media evolution and its historical progression: oral culture, written culture, print culture, electronic media, and digital media. Now, the media relevance will show us a platform of technology used to deliver content such as print, radio, television, and digital media. To the left, we have print media, which is the medium, and then to the right, we have the content, which is the information being shared, such as news, entertainment, and education. And then, of course, the example could be platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and their visual um, counterparts that shift the focus from content to one to itself and how it's formed and perceived through the medium's lenses. So, in fact, because of this, this proves that McLuhan's theory to be is correct, and we can see this here in this psychoanalytic criticism, my take on the media. And if we look at a closer look at this, from Zinzi might argue that the ecology is the medium. And of course, we can see this example here where we can compare this and analyze the information by making this diagram here where we can see McLuhan's media technology, the medium is the message, and then on to the left we see hot video, and examples would be film, radio, and print, and then on the right would be co-media, which would be TV and social media and internet. And then we go further down, then we can see Freud's psychoanalysis, the ego, and then we can see Zinzi's fantasy in the media, the critique of the cinema as a fantasy, and then below the cold media, we can notice the critique of perception, the illusion of choice, and then we see Logan's psychoanalysis, the major stage desire. That all leads that all leads to show us that media as reality as an extension of oneself, proving McLuhan's theory to be true. So therefore, if we look at McLuhan's idea the medium as a message remains vital today, shaping how we communicate, engage with the media as technology evolves. His theories help us clearly understand its impact on society and culture. Thank you.